My name is Randy Bigley. Joining me on the podcast right now, we'll introduce themselves. They're from Marion Technical College. Go ahead.
Hi, Randy. This is Dr. Amy Adams. I'm the Executive Vice President.
And I'm Mike Stuckey, and I'm the Director of the MTC Foundation.
All right, Mike and Amy, thank you so much for coming in. As always, this is the first time you've been on the podcast.
Yes.
Correct.
The Marion Tech's been on, but there's all kinds of great things about Marion Tech. I got nothing but good things to say about Marion Tech. I love that school. And
Thank you.
let's talk about some of the cool things that you guys have going on over there.
Well, we just had graduation on May 10th, and we had 425 students who graduated either with a degree or a certificate. And what really is interesting, a couple of things that are really interesting, but one is the fact that we had students from 27 different counties here in
Wow,
Ohio.
that's quite a bit, yeah.
So we're very proud of the fact that we have over 25% of the state is represented now. We had 5 veterans, and we had 22 College Credit Plus students. Those are the dual enrolled students, and they actually graduated with us to get their associate's degree before they got their high school diploma, and that's always so
I
exciting.
love that thing. I wish they had that when I was in school. I always say that. It would have been great.
It would have
Yeah.
been. The ages ranged from, we had a 16-year-old all the way up to a 72-year-old.
Wow.
But most exciting was the fact that we had our first 2 Bachelor of Science in Nursing students graduate.
Oh, great, yeah.
So we were the first community college in Ohio to begin offering the BSN program. And we know there's a lot of people out there in the community that have their RNs, some of them who graduated from Marion Tech with their RN degrees. And if they are looking to continue on for that BSN, we wanted to let them know that that is now an option at college. So that's our first bachelor's degree.
Yeah, which is super exciting for us. And we also we were able to hold commencement at the Marion Palace Theater this year. So we've been able to return back to in-person graduations. And so that worked out really well. I think it's super exciting for our graduates to be able to hold the ceremony there. It's just it's a lot more formal and just a beautiful, beautiful place. Just a couple days prior to that, we held a dinner, a spaghetti dinner for all of our graduates and their families as well. And we held that in the May Pavilion, and that was very well attended as well.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Yeah. What else do you have going on, Doc?
Well, last week we had our 3rd annual golf outing. This is
I saw the pictures. Yeah.
Yeah, some people look like they were having a good time.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
We had a great time as well.
Good.
We did.
We were trying to finalize some of the numbers this morning, but it was a beautiful day.
It was.
We were sold out. We actually did not even have to advertise for teams this year. There's a capacity of 30 teams at Kings Mill. Thank you, Linda and Aaron. And
I think it was just a matter of 10 days. It was completely filled, and we didn't even announce it. And
wow, great.
So it's gained a lot of momentum. Interesting, though, the day of the event, we had a surprise 31st team that showed up.
Oh, really?
That forgot to register, so we had to quickly
find a spot.
adjust. And thanks to Kings Mill, they were able to free up a couple of extra cards. I think they were garden cards, but, but they still win.
There you go.
We charged them double for their mulligans.
Right.
But we had more sponsorships than ever before, and all of the money we raised from that goes for student scholarships. We had decided with our first one, it takes $10,000 to create an endowed scholarship. And our first year, we cleared a net of 20,000, and we decided to use those to make 4 matching grants. So that 40,000 became 80,000, and that has worked out really well. So last year we raised just over 32,000.
Oh, great! Yeah.
And so we had a goal of 35,000 for this year, and the rough numbers are looking like we made just over $40,000 in this year's.
Congratulations! That's great. Yeah. Good deal.
So that'll be doubled. So in 3 short years, I could probably do that math quickly in my head if I thought about it long enough.
We've seen over 200 over 3 years, which is really good for the foundation. And just on that topic, is we have a board of trustees who oversees the operation of the college. And then we have a separate board of directors for the foundation itself.
Okay.
So they act, these organizations act, obviously in the interests of each other, but operate separately. So the board of directors for the foundation, that's an 11-person board, and we meet quarterly, and they help support the activities of raising monies, not just for scholarships, but for capital improvement projects, programming. We have the Connection Centers that offers food and all sorts of other support to our students, and so monies are raised for those types of things as well.
And all of those are volunteers. None of them are paid positions, so we are very grateful for the support that we get because they time and again come through for us. So they're instrumental in helping. But that was last week, and so we got to turn our attention to summer classes starting next week.
Shift gears.
Yep, the 8-week session starts June 3rd. It's just a great way to knock out some classes if people need it over the summer. As a reminder, we have over 60 majors and programs.
I always think that's a great semester to start too, because we probably have about a third of the students than we would if it were fall or spring.
Sure.
It's just a little bit quieter on campus, and I always thought that was a good term for people to start up, and there's still time to do that.
Yes, and the tuition cost for summer is only $205 per credit hour, and you should
Really?
get those courses in before we raise tuition in the fall to a whopping $210 per credit hour. That will be one less Starbucks coffee you can have per week at the rate we're going. But certainly, we have continued to maintain our affordability. That's priority number one for all of our students. And when you think about the fact that it costs about $5,500, give or take, which is covered completely with a Pell Grant if you're financially needy. And if you compare that to, $25,000 to go live on campus at a public school or close to $50,000 if it's a 4-year private, you just can't beat these prices.
And then we're probably giving a couple $100,000 worth of scholarships away in addition to all of those monies that Amy just talked about. So there's lots of opportunities to go to Marion Tech at a very reasonable price.
And if you're interested, you can always give us a call, 740-389-4636, or drop us an email at enroll@mtc.edu.
Wow. Yeah, don't let finances hold you back. There's always opportunities for financial aid out there all over, isn't there?
There is.
Yes. And we can help if people need assistance filling out their FAFSA. That's the free application for federal student aid. We're here to help. We can certainly do that. It's been a rough year, as you may have seen in the news. The federal government revamped it, and so there's been some struggles, but we're here to help.
Yeah.
As always. And if people have questions about how to fill it out, they can stop by or give us a call. Not a problem.
What if someone's interested in going to Marion Tech? What do they need to do?
That's a great question. Actually, coming up, we have a one-day enrollment event called Enrollment Express on Tuesday, July 9th. And if you go to our website, mtc.edu, the link is right there to register for that event. But you can take care of all of the things you need to do in order to start classes in the fall.
Yeah.
From your application to meeting an advisor, help with the FAFSA. You can talk to the business office if you want to talk about a payment plan. But these have really become really neat days that we enjoy because we can provide, if you need placement testing to figure out which class you need to take first, all of these services are done in one day.
Oh, wow.
So we make sure we have all of the staff on hand to complete the whole process in one visit. Having said that, if that's not a convenient day to come, they simply need to set up an appointment with one of our admissions counselors, and that'll get them started.
It's pretty easy. Isn't
it? Absolutely.
What do you got, Mike, for us today?
Well, I thought, in addition to talking about the scholarships, Marion Tech just recently partnered with OSUM to provide some additional mental health services for our students. And so, and this is through a new employee who we're calling a case manager. And they're just simply assisting in navigating a student through the process of getting them connected to whatever mental health or substance abuse services that they might need. Of course, coming through post-pandemic, a lot of people are still a little bit rattled from that, and might be dealing with stress or depression. And it's just one more attempt on our side to help support our students so they don't get tripped up along the way with their academics.
Right.
But I thought this program was pretty unique in that this is going to be a shared service between OSUM and ourselves. Also, I thought was really cool is the Crawford Marion Adams board is going to pick up the tab on the program itself. So
Great. Wow.
it was really awfully nice of Brad to camp. Of course, they're very active in your community as well.
Sure are.
And, so my hats off to the board and Brad for helping to support. So not only do they support that particular position, we also have what we call a student assistance program, which is sort of an online counseling service. And they've been supportive of that program as well. So,
yeah, great.
So I've been at the college now for 27 years, and so prior to taking on the role with the foundation, I oversaw student services, and part of that role was for me to help with mental health services for our students. So I continue to do that in my current role with the foundation. So I think it's neat that this is something we're able to do together with OSUM.
I think that's great too. I mean, it can be a struggle going back. So you have your own life to worry about plus school. I mean, it can get to you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Very cool. But those services are available to everyone.
They are, and in fact, to everyone in their household as well. Which I thought with the student assistance program, we say it's like whoever you're living with, those services are available to you. It could be their kids, could be their parents, could be their partner, it could be their spouse. So I think that's a really nice offering from the college as well.
I think so too. That's really cool. Family, wow.
Well, we definitely are trying to remove any non-academic barrier. Like you said, there's so many reasons to stop. And we want to try and remove as many of those as we possibly can. So this is an important step for us to take to address those issues.
Wow. Yeah, it seems like you guys just have more and more. I mean, more and more. There's less and less reasons why you can't go to school.
Exactly.
Dr. Adams, anything else you want to share with us?
We coming up this week, we're also kicking off for the first time ever what we're calling the WISE Boot Camp, which is the Women in Science and Engineering Boot Camp. This is a free 2-week summer boot camp geared towards women ages 18 and older who are just simply interested in learning more about engineering and whether they have an interest in maybe thinking about a career or just learning more about the field. But we just thought it was another neat way to break down some barriers because we know that a lot of times women are less prone to go into science fields. And so this is a free 2-week summer camp that, like I said, women can go out and register for and attend, but that does kick off next week as well. We also know we have students who don't just want to stop with their associates. And although we have the Bachelor of Science in Nursing, that is our only bachelor's degree. So we do have partnerships with some colleges where they can continue on to get their 4-year degree beyond their associates with us. And our newest one is called the Dragon Next partnership with Tiffin University.
Okay.
You have to get your associates with us, but then they are willing to give discounted tuition to students who come to them from Marion Tech.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So either if they attend in person in Tiffin or online, they can get a discount on those tuition opportunities. So that's always one that we want to help promote as well to help our students. And I would say lastly, if you've, a couple of things. Lastly,
a couple of last things.
First, we have to brag just a little. A lot of times we've been seeing articles how there are less students going to college, and we have been very fortunate in that we set an enrollment record, a head count in the fall. We had a goal of hitting 3,000 students, and we did it.
Oh wow, great, yeah.
And we thought, well, what can we do better? Well, the answer was in spring, we're now over 3,200 students.
Oh, that's great.
And so that's between our general students, our College Credit Plus, and we still have the programs at the prison, as you might recall.
Yeah.
So those three populations together. And summer is we are on the cusp of setting an enrollment record for summer too. So you want to get that out there that we have lots of good things to offer.
And I think that community colleges in general are more in favor than they ever have been. I think people are more and more people are seeing the benefit of that.
Sure.
And we've never claimed to say that we would be somebody's terminal degree. It's like we are, get as many credits from us as you can, and then we will help you get to wherever you need to go next to get what you ultimately want. And sometimes that might be odd to a 4-year degree through Tiffin or any number of institutions. But I guess people are really beginning to see the value associated with a community college education. We rarely, the people that take out loans are not very many, and the amount that they take out is very low. I always say that the community colleges are the way to solve the credit or the debt problem, the student loan problem, because we just are not issuing very many loans, and we try. That's a sort of last thing. You know, that's we visit that last. We explore all the free money first, and then look at that lastly. We find it interesting that we oftentimes will get people with a 4-year degree coming back to Marion Tech. They may be 40, 50, 60, 70 grand in the hole already, and they couldn't even, they can't get a job with the 4-year degree that they obtained, and now coming back to the college.
And make a livable wage.
And make a livable wage. So I always find that very interesting, that's sometimes how things work.
Oh yeah, you know, you hear those nightmares about people they graduate with all that debt.
Yes.
You know, and who would want that to get started in their life? But you don't have that anymore.
We truly do not at that
no,
level,
no.
These, you know, some of these 4-year or private schools are strapping these folks with, and it's really a shame, and it's really, you know, I'm proud of working. Well, I'm proud for being with Marion Tech for a lot of reasons, but that's way at the top of the list is the fact that we just aren't strapping people with that kind of debt. In school.
So if you want to find out more, www.mtc.edu, or give us a call, 740-389-4636, or email us, enroll@mtc.edu.
And how about Intel? We're talking about that.
Well, that was the other thing.
Yes,
There's
we'll
a little thing about Intel.
It's a big deal.
It is a huge deal. And we're very proud of the fact that, for starters, one of our faculty members, one of our engineering faculty members, was on the committee to work with Intel to develop the curriculum that they need. And so there were 3 courses we needed to add, and we were one of the first to begin offering them. So if somebody is interested in engineering and working at a company like Intel, please come check us out, because we basically need to quadruple the number of engineering graduates in order to meet their demand.
Wow, that's a lot,
It is a lot.
I drove by their facility a couple of months ago. I knew it was going to be big, but I had no idea it was going to be
It's huge, huh?
It's huge. Just like a square mile large.
Oh, wow.
It's all building. I mean, when I went by, they had the floors already poured, and they were starting to raise the walls on it. But they were talking like 10,000 new jobs. I mean, it's just the number. And so they're really leaning on the 4 community colleges that surround them. And Marion Tech is one of those 4. And so their preference is for 2-year degreed employees. They're really looking for those folks to make up the lion's share of their workforce.
Correct.
So,
and they will make a great living.
They
great
will.
wage
They
afterwards.
will.
Very cool. So if you're interested in Marion Technical College, what's the first step you need to do?
I'd go to our website, www.mtc.edu, and click on more information.
And then, you know, as I said, just setting up an initial appointment with an admissions counselor would be, and then they can begin to explore what we can and can't do, and go from there.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in today. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.